What's up, y'all? It's your boy Daley 26 and welcome back to another Squeeze Squad video. Today we have package. So I recently got into a Game Boy Advance kick. I ordered a couple things and this is actually the one that I really was excited to show off for you guys. You guys know that I'm a very big Pokemon guy. So what's in here is pretty cool. I also decided to get into Game Boy stuff again because I fell into a rabbit hole. I started watching some YouTube, and when I was watching, I found some people who were looking through old games. They were playing things that I used to play as a kid, and one of the things that really struck me is in this box. So this is actually a Japanese import. So without further ado, let's get this thing open. I went in a bid on eBay. I got Pokemon Emerald in box. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a very special box. You can tell actually right here, there is some damage on it. I got it, it's a completely in the wrap, in the shots, and I know that this is a post-opened box, obviously, just from the damage on it, and I kind of just don't care. I really just decided I wanted to get Pokemon Emerald. I did get another copy, and there's a story plus a video that's going to go along with that, so stay tuned for it. But I decided I just really wanted to get Pokemon Emerald again. I had it as a kid and my dog actually ate it. Like, not to play, the dog ate my homework game. So I don't have the original game. And if I do have it, it's around here with teeth marks in it. I'm seeing a lot of videos on the third installment of the Pokemon games, like Platinum, Yellow, Crystal, Emerald. And the one that always struck me was that I own Emerald and I just never did anything with it. Like, I played it, I don't think I ever beat it. I was always just like a Sapphire guy. I was like, hey, I like Kyogre. You know, it never hit me that I can get all three in Emerald. So, you know, I got it. It's a very, very expensive game. I've heard offers through local game stores for about $230. These games are very coveted. All the Game Boy games are very coveted. They're harder to find in the English translations, and they're not hard to find because of an abundance of them. They're hard to find because of things like fake cartridges. They're hard to find things like people who just know that the market's very, we'll say, terrible. I'll say for lack of a better term. And that's if you know how to check your homework. Some of them are fake, some of them are not. I'm really hoping this one's not fake. Japanese copies actually tend to be pretty real for the most part. There are other outliers. I do have a real copy of Pokemon Ruby in Japanese, and that one has led me to determine if this one was real or not. This picture, when I found this on eBay, if I can find the pictures again, insert there, I could determine that it looked real enough. Of course, I won't know until I open it. I won this on an eBay bid for $47, I believe. And then with that, it actually came into, I think, $20 of shipping and handling from Japan. So, without further ado, I'm going to pop this baby open and we're going to see what's going on. Now, as stated, this is a used copy still. They have the box, but it's still a used copy. From what I could determine, it's still a used copy. So, we're going to see what's in here, what's on it. As you can kind of see, some of the damage is a little more abundant now that I've taken off the paper. It's not as in good condition as it might have looked in paper right there. This is actually really nostalgic. I also like that the Game Boy game boxes are a lot different than the American ones. I don't know if you guys have seen the American one or the Japanese ones before, but here we go. We have all the stuff inside. It actually came with all the, I believe, the promotional stuff in as well. So it's just another reason to make me believe it was real. So it does come with, I believe this is for, the middle is definitely for the Deoxys Rayquaza movie. The sides, I don't know what that cell phone thing is on the side there. And then if I go over here, this is for something there. I can't really tell what it is. Coliseum is being promoted in this. I don't think XD was even announced yet. And then on the back, we have the TCG, another cell phone thing, more stuff there. We have the game itself, of course. We'll dive into that in a minute. We have, I'll say, more booklets. You know, it's like cool to see these too, you know? Like, it's you know, they got like the artwork on them. We got some other stuff there. If I read Japanese, I wish I could tell you. And this is actually really cool to see. But this looks like it comes with a Braille dictionary of some sort, or a Braille alphabet. For those who don't remember nor know, you can get the Regi Trio, Regi Ice, Regi Steel, and Regi Rock in these games, but you have to be able to solve their puzzles being able to read Braille. I don't know if these come in the American version or not. Again, I haven't opened the American version of this game, brand new since, I don't know how long. But Yeah, it's actually a really cool sight to see. I didn't even know this was in here. This is just a, I guess, poster of the map, just in general. It looks like tells you where to go. It's almost like the cheapest version of a guide you can get. All the places are numbered. I think this is probably just the order of what thing's happening, where you go. Or the towns, I can't really tell, but more research will determine that. In the back is the Battle Frontier map. This is just the big, thick manual. And the artwork in these, it's just cool to see, you know, like just cool to see this stuff again. It's a really in-depth, I guess, not just how to play, but that's kind of cool. So right here, it's actually the how to connect the GameCube portion, if you have that ability. You know, there's a lot of cool things in here that I actually am feeling really nice about, and I can't wait to go into. You know, games don't do this anymore. I know you youngins are sick of hearing the old heads say that, but, you know, this is a thick piece of paper right here, and the fact that, you know, it has that ability to just, you know, they killed a whole tree for this. You know, it's nice, it's cool to see all this stuff in here. Again, the artwork, the starters, even if there's just PNGs printed onto a piece of paper, it's still more than you see in regular games. Heck, you open a Nintendo game now, and there's nothing in it for the most part. You know, it might get your outliers every once in a while, but it's just like an empty shell. You know, so this is kind of cool to me. I've always been not like a collector, but it's funny to see what games I've had over the years. And from videos I've seen over the years of people being like, oh, you don't know what it's like to have the paper. And I'm like, yeah, but what do we actually do with the paper? And then I kind of come to realize, I'm like, you know, we'd read the game manuals on the way home, each anticipation to play it. It was the excitement that came from them that made them more exciting. And so right here, it's kind of like what we're really getting into. This is the Pokemon copy, Emerald version. Right out the box. I have not opened this yet. So for those who don't know, Game Boy games are notorious for ripping people off. So the biggest thing with Emerald is the shininess of the print on the board here. It never gets replicated correctly. With fake versions and all that stuff, it just never happens. What's making me nervous is I don't see the embedded print that's supposed to be on this cartridge right about here. I actually have a copy of American Sapphire with me. Right here on Sapphire, you can see right there above the Nintendo thing. On the other side of the rated E for everyone, you see the little Nintendo embedded print. And right above that, you might be able to see the embedded A. I didn't see it initially on this copy, because again, it's very hard to see. But there is, if you look just at the absolute end of the game's title, you can see a little L4 embedded in there. It has the correct stamping, I guess, the markings, the carvings, I don't know what to call them, but the stamp of approval is embedded in there, as well as the TPs 1, 2, and 3, and the circuit board itself with the pins all seem to align to what seems to be a real copy of the game. Without further ado, I'm going to throw this thing in the cartridge, and we're going to see what is left on this game. Alright, so as you guys can see right here, I have Emerald in. So this is the initial battery ran dry. Seen that enough times as a kid just to know. Now, whoever played this copy, it says it had 107 hours of gameplay into this. I can check the team right now. So right here, we're seeing, you know, they had 85 Absol, Melodic, Metagross. Looks like they had a full kind of team here. So let's just take a look. I always like seeing used files just to see what's on them. And, you know, the one thing that I really wanted to look for, especially in a Japanese copy, for those who don't know, it was a giveaway years and years and years ago. You had to go in person in Japan to get it. There's this thing called the Lost Map. If you had it, you could actually get Mew. You can go to the island to get it. So I want to see if it's in here. So it doesn't look like this guy had the map. I'm gonna say, what do they have in here? So this looks like a pretty complete copy of the game. I mean, yeah, level 70s. There's the Rayquaza, almost level 100. You got some fossils in here. You know, Blaziken was their starter. It looks like it's a lot of cool things in here. You know, it's really cool to just look at it. I feel like a kid again, looking in someone else's save file and be like, oh, what would I trade for? What would, you know, I'd want to get? You know, here's Groudon and Kyogre. You know, it's just a lot of things someone's playthroughs on this copy, and it's really cool to see. Just something I like seeing in my games. You know, here the Reggies. It looks like this person did just about everything there is to do. Here's the Latias from this game. I believe if you pick red or blue from what you see on the screen on the TV after you beat the game, determines who you get. So, you know, it's just cool to see. Oh, they had a couple Feebasses as well, you know. Didn't have too many boxes in here. to look through. Who knows, maybe check, maybe there's like a shiny in here or something cool to see. Whoever they were, they definitely wanted to do as much as they can in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Battle Tower, or Battle Factory, sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is just a really cool piece of like Nintendo history, you know? A lot of cool Pokemon in here. I know I'm kind of just skipping through on your guys' screen. I just want to see if there's any like shinies or something in here. If not, I'm gonna take some of these guys. I might take some of these guys out just to take them out. But other than that, this game's most likely gonna be it's gonna be ripped. I'm gonna start my own save file, so I'm gonna also replace the battery. I'll make a video on that as well. The last thing that I really want to check is the save. So that right there makes me extremely happy. No pause in the music, no frame stops. That means this is most likely a more than legitimate copy. I'm happy with this. I'm ecstatic I got it. Like I said, there will be a part 2 following this video. I did get a couple other things for the Game Boy that I think you guys would have fun seeing. So if you guys want to see more, please like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, do whatever you guys want to do. And I will see y'all the next time. Bye!